What's up, everybody?
Hi,
Hi,
everyone.
everyone. Welcome to the MattCast podcast. I'm Matty Light, joined by my co-host Matty Heavy. It's been a hot minute, but we figured because we're not just a football podcast,
We'll start right on game day.
yeah, we'll
Right
start
on
right on
kickoff
game day. With football. So we're just gonna go through. Do you just want to go through our predictions now, then?
for the whole week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
yeah.
Do you have the
Um,
spreadsheet I used to have? So
it might be on the. It might because I think you sent it to me. Um, well, fucking the Chiefs just tied it up.
do you use this notebook?
Yeah.
Okay.
Every day.
All right. So let's just go to NFL scores for this week. Oh yeah. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, notification bell, that whole deal.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah.
we also stream memes at the beginning of each podcast. Uh, so follow the Twitch at the MattCast. I think it's the underscore MattCast. I'm
Mm.
fairly certain. I clicked on the scores, but all right.
We
So
need to learn how to edit some of this dead shit out.
yeah,
There's a lot of stuff. We need lights in here. But so the Chiefs and the
Ravens and
Ravens
Chiefs.
tied right now.
Yep, 7-7.
I'm leaning towards the Ravens.
I'm leaning more towards the same way too.
Yeah.
Also because I have two of their players on fantasy, but I
Hmm.
also want it to be a good game both as well.
I think it's gonna be a great game. I wouldn't be surprised if the Chiefs won.
No, me neither.
I just think if Baltimore can get that running attack going and then open up with Mark Andrews
Yeah,
and oh no, they got rid of Odell. Fuck.
they did get rid of Odell. Where
Yeah,
did Odell go to?
I think he's on the Dolphins now.
It's on the Dolphins.
I'd have to double check that, but I thought that's where he is.
Because like it's kind of been the same like joke for the past couple of
That's
years.
all.
It's just like if Odell's still on the board, I'll take him like for fantasy draft.
Hmm.
But it's just like I'm not gonna take him unless it's like a late round pick and I just need a backup.
See you, buddy.
All right, so
Wait.
then we both picked Ravens.
Yep.
So then Packers and Eagles. I want to lean. I almost want to lean Packers.
Um.
But like honestly, it's one of those like toss-up games where you go either way.
Sorry. I'm still looking at the top, and I thought that I thought it was still Kansas City ball. I just don't
Yeah.
think they kicked it off yet. Packers or Eagles? I'm gonna go with the Eagles because I'm very interested to see how Saquon does.
Oh
Um.
fuck, he is on.
So I'm gonna lean towards Eagles right now. Are we gonna come up with a new bet for this year?
We can.
Yeah, we can think about it. You still haven't even
Yeah.
ponied up on the last one.
Oh, money's been
So
fucking. I've been poor
yeah,
money,
yeah,
poor man's pay wage as
yeah.
of right now, but finally got
He's
that
got his new
raise.
job, so yeah.
Yeah.
Steelers Falcons. Man, I'm very like
I'm scared as a Steelers fan.
yeah,
Like
because
I don't
I'm
know what.
interested to see how both these teams
Yeah.
do. Like, so if the Steelers do very well, then I'm like, oh my god, okay, are
Yeah.
the Steelers back? Is Russell Wilson back?
Yeah.
But I'm also been hearing a lot of chatter that a lot of people think that the Falcons are going to be the
Yes.
face
I've
of
been
the
hearing that
NFC
same chat.
South.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like, man, this is a toss up for me because it's just like I don't know exactly how I want to go.
Because they're both like very undetermined teams
Can you
right
go
now.
to the game cast for that one? Because I thought uh, I saw somewhere that Russell Wilson is injured because of his calf, so he's questionable. So I'm assuming that might not be because it says the 8th, so that will probably be like a game time decision if he's ready to go or not. Um, Darnell Washington's also questionable. Who we got questionable for the Falcons?
Right now, it's shown Falcons are the favorite
Yeah,
too on the matchup.
man, that is interesting. Looks like they lost. They both were not super good in the preseason,
No,
but again, that's nothing. That's a preseason. Hmm.
two teams that
They're like when you're looking at like so if you go into the top left corner,
yeah,
the betting, the Steelers aren't a huge underdog. You know what I
no.
mean? So, you know,
I might just have to go with Steelers just because out of favoritism and biased because it is so much like a kind of like
yeah,
undetermined
I
like
want the Steelers to do well. However, from what I've been hearing, I have not been super confident. So
yeah,
I'm gonna go with
the
the
Falcons.
Falcons. But I feel like last year, anytime I was picking against them, they were just fucking proving me wrong.
And then whenever you were joining with me,
Yeah,
it's just like
yeah,
played like dog shit and just like you'd be like, "What the fuck, Matt?"
yeah.
It's just like I can't control them, man. Bills and Cardinals. This one's gonna be
I'm
also
going.
interesting because Bills have like
So
not the
like,
same wide receiver core as last year.
well, I mean, they just got rid of Stephon Diggs, and I don't know if they've picked up anybody that's like definitely not gonna fill that
Yeah,
role. Um, but I know the Cardinals are not fucking. They're not on that caliber, and
no,
they're playing in Buffalo. I'm 100% rolling with the Bills. I don't have a whole lot of fucking disbelief that the
yeah,
Cardinals, or sorry, that the Bills are gonna lose.
not that delusional.
Mm-mm.
And then Titans Bears. I
Um,
I kind of want to lean Bears a little bit, but also
if you want to buy into the Caleb Williams hype, I'll let you. I'm
I'm like don't want to though. That's the other thing.
um,
And then who's the starting quarterback for the Titans though? Is it Will Levis or
I think it is Mayo boy Will Levis. Um, let me.
I'm also
Oh,
looking
your
at the game cast
Keenan
too.
Allen is questionable. Um, DeAndre Hopkins is questionable.
Ooh,
Dan,
D
they're
Hop.
putting the Bears as a huge favorite for that game.
There's no announcements for who the starting quarterback is.
If you go to the,
Oh,
oh, this is interesting.
I think I might have misclicked.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh well, shit. I hit score. It's not. Oh, okay.
Go to the rosters for the Titans.
Oh yeah, right. You right.
Yeah, Will
Well,
Levis,
and then Freemason
Julius
Rudolph.
Chestnut. Who the fuck is Julius Chestnut? Tony Pollard, Tyler Boyd still there. Andre Hopkins, Calvin Ridley. Hmm.
Tyler Boyd. He came from Cincinnati.
Yeah.
If they have D Hop, I am definitely going more Titans than
Well,
Bears.
I'm just questioning Will Levis.
That's yeah, because he did mediocre last year.
Um,
I'll go Titans. I'm just gonna bite the bullet.
I'm gonna change my pick and I'm gonna go with the Bears.
We're gonna go Bears.
Yeah. I'm gonna test the waters with this new Bears team. I don't think they're gonna go fucking undefeated like
Like everybody's
everyone.
all the hype saying.
Not even. It's like not even like the hype or like it's that fucking like loud minority
Yeah.
that's just popping up everywhere.
Um,
But the Titans, I mean, I don't expect that to be a fucking.
Powerhouse team. Me neither. I'm gonna go Bengals over Patriots.
I'm also going Bengals over
I was
Patriots.
didn't want to write it down.
Because I think they're not having Drake May start.
Yep.
They're having Jacoby Brissett, which I
Mhm.
like Jacoby Brissett. Um, and I think it's a good. I never see a problem in having a fucking rookie quarterback sit
Yeah.
behind a veteran
No,
quarterback
me
to
neither.
just learn for a year. I don't need this in my ear anymore.
Oh yeah.
Um, also don't need my peepers. Um, so yeah,
And then I already know who I'm picking for the next game.
I
Texans over Colts.
I'm going Texans over Colts, but man, I that's a game I really want to watch
Me too. I
because I
will be.
have Anthony Richardson as
Mhm.
my quarterback,
Yeah.
and they're touting him up pretty highly. So I know last year he was injured, so hopefully he doesn't get injured.
And then Jags Dolphins.
I'm going Dolphins 100%.
I kind of like the Jags though. They were kind of slept on the majority of the season.
You can go Jack.
They still have Tyreek.
Mm-hmm.
Still have,
So got Jalen Waddle.
are all their good guys still healthy right now?
Yeah, I haven't. I mean, you can look and see if they have any injuries, but
Then yeah, I might follow you on Dolphins as well. I'm glad it's weird this year because like last year we knew what teams were going to be good and what teams weren't. And we kind of just fell into a pattern very early in the season.
yeah, but I think we were in the same spot last year where it's like I don't know how it's
But it
gonna
was
be.
like not as like how do I say it? Like the first time we did it, like the predictions and everything like that,
Hmm.
um, it was a lot of I don't knows. And
Hmm.
then it can't turn into like towards the end of the season, we were pretty much having the same picks all the way through. And
Yeah,
last season, it was we kind of had more same picks than we did opposing picks at the beginning of the season.
yeah, but I
And
know after a while it's just like
yeah,
I'm just gonna pick at it like pick different from you just for no reason.
just to keep it interesting.
Yeah,
Panthers, Saints,
Saints. Yeah.
and then I
Now
don't.
this game, this
This
is
game,
because the Vikings are all fucking injured.
yeah,
Like there are so many that are missing.
and then the Giants are just the
Yeah,
Giants.
they don't have Saquon anymore. I think they still have Daniel Jones.
Yep,
I don't think they picked up any wide receiver that's man, fuck. I guess since like the Giants has a little
yeah,
more
like starters.
that I know, that aren't injured, I guess. Um,
Yeah, I guess Giants too. And then this one's going to be a good game to watch. The Raiders and Chargers.
I'm gonna go Chargers because I'm interested to see how Harbaugh does
I'm going to go
with
Raiders.
because of like Gardner Minshew and stuff like that.
Gardner Minshew and like they were looking good preseason.
Hmm.
I know, yes, it
It's
is just
preseason,
preseason, but
yeah.
like they had enough ups and downs as a team during preseason that like it's not just all going good. So
Hmm.
it's not like just if you get what I'm or that way of thinking.
I see your trajectory. Don't I don't follow. Well, I
I
don't
could also be
match
just
it.
talking out of my ass too,
I
but
mean, you know,
who knows?
I'm
I could be
interested to see
right.
how the Chargers do.
Me too. Fuck! I just swallowed my own spit.
Oh, nice.
Broncos Seahawks. I want to go Seahawks.
Seahawks. Yeah.
Yeah, the Broncos they didn't really impress me enough in preseason. And then we have Cowboys Browns. I'm going Browns because fuck the Cowboys. I'm always
Um,
going against them this year.
every single game you're just gonna go opposite of the Cowboys.
Yes.
I don't like the Cowboys. However, I also don't like to lose. So I'm gonna go with the Cowboys.
Well, when the Cowboys lose this first week,
Yes, you'll see me eating crow.
Commanders Bucks. I'm gonna go
Bucks,
Bucks.
yeah. I think they're kind of getting slept on in the NFC South.
They are,
Everyone's talking about the Falcons.
and then I'm gonna have to go Lions faithful.
I'm going Rams. I think it's going to be a really close game, just very similar how their playoff game went. But I
Yes.
think Sean McVay is going to fix a lot of the issues that happened during that game.
Hmm.
And yeah, I think,
It is a rematch of the playoffs.
and they're
Yeah,
in Detroit. But yeah, I think a
it's gonna
lot of
be a
that
good
a lot of
game.
that energy is not going to be there. How it
Is
was
that
the
Sunday Night
first.
Football?
Yes, which I'll be pissed because I'll be working.
I'll be watching.
Congratulations. It's not going to be that same energy as when they went to
Yeah.
the playoffs. You know, I think it'd be similar, but it's not going to be that same where like people were like,
Yeah.
"Oh my god, the fans were in here as soon as the gate opened, the
Yeah.
seats were sold out." I expect them to be there, and
Mm.
Detroit is fucking finally happy they have a good football
Yeah.
team again. I don't see them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I get what you're saying. And
yeah,
then I'm interested to see the Jets 49ers game.
I'm going 49ers.
I am too, but also
Brandon
like
Ayuk got his deal. Trent Williams got his deal, which if you remember last season, I didn't think they were going to pull off either one of those
no.
deals. So I'm very surprised they have all those.
You were
Brock Purdy's still on his
yeah.
rookie contract, so he's cheap,
Yeah.
but I think this is the last year on his
It
contract.
is.
So depending, like this is a season where it's like, hey man, if you're wanting to be filling in those shoes that
Yeah.
people like you
Mm.
fucking give him, you need to fucking fill
Yeah.
in those shoes if you want to get a fucking big paycheck,
Yeah.
or you're going to the Browns or something. Like
Yeah.
you got to fucking show out.
Mm.
It can't be the fucking Debo and Ayuk and McCaffrey show
Yeah.
and guest starring Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
Like
It has to be the Brock Purdy
it
show.
has to be the Brock
Guest
Purdy
starring.
show.
Yeah.
But yeah, like he just needs to be in that cast.
Yeah.
And I think people put him there, but it's definitely like he's a guest
Yeah.
appearance, because he's the quarterback. But I'm gonna go 49ers on that one.
Yeah. It's
And
gonna
they're
be
playing,
interesting to watch.
yeah, they're
Like,
playing in San Francisco, so
but I'm also interested to see Aaron Rodgers return.
I'm interested in it too. But man,
I'm also sitting there like it's almost like deja vu
just like
because
what happens if
last
he fucking
year,
runs out,
yeah, and then
fucking
dies.
yeah. I don't
It's
know.
just like who did they play first game last year? It was also like a big powerhouse. I think it
Oh man, who was it? Um,
wasn't it the Cowboys.
what I think it's the Eagles.
I remember sitting there watching the game
I can look.
and like I was sitting there. I'm like, why the fuck is Zach Wilson in the game? Because I turned it on halfway through,
Yeah, I think
and
there's a
then
lot of people like,
what? I was expecting Aaron Rodgers blowout, and then Zach Wilson's out there fucking dotting up the field. I'm like, okay, is he actually playing good this year? But yeah, it seemed like deja vu with him playing Monday Night Football again, first game of the regular season. Fucking all right. So me and Matt are also
I
playing
don't.
each other in fantasy this week.
You're doing pretty well so far.
So far, I'm doing fairly good. I'm gonna go over who I have on my team,
Go ahead.
and then you can go over yours. So as quarterback, I have Lamar Jackson. And then I have at running back Devonta Smith. Uh, no, wide receiver. Sorry. And then Rasheed Rice, Derrick Henry, David Montgomery, George Kittle, fucking Jaden Reed, Chris Boswell, and the Houston defense. And then on my bench, I have Aaron Rodgers, Chris Goodwin, Tony Pollard, Cole Met, and then Keon Coleman with Buffalo, and then a Miami defense as my backup. And then I'll just drop a kicker whenever I need to have a kicker when Chris Boswell's gone.
Okay, I finally figured it out.
I'll just go over. yours for you.
No, that's right.
Okay.
I got it. Here, just look up who Aaron Rodgers, like when he got injured, who he's playing. Jules, come here, Jules. Go to your crate, please. Sorry, she got into the fucking. So Run the Jewels is back, going for that two-peat championship. I got, like mentioned earlier, Anthony Richardson, Tyreek Hill, who's my first overall pick, Brandon Ayuk, Joe Mixon, Kyron Williams, Sam Laporta, James Conner in my flex position, Jake Elliott in my kicking spot in Detroit's defense, which I kind of hate because I need them to do badly against the
Mhm.
Rams. On my bench, I got Scary Terry McLaurin, Jared Goff, Tyler Lockett, Curtis Samuel, oop, Chuba Hubbard, and Colby Parkinson, who
Yeah.
is the tight end for the Rams because Tyler Higbee's still out. So
Yeah.
right now, I'm projected to win 55% to your 45%.
Mhm.
But I mean, fucking early enough in the game, and Derrick Henry already scored
Yep.
first quarter,
Rashid Wright's also got some point. I don't think he scored, but he's been getting good yards.
and it's Kansas City ball right now. So it's a good game. Um, I traded Zay Flowers to Josh Pritchard or oops, say cut out his
Yeah.
last name. I traded Josh Zay Flowers for Kyron Williams,
Hmm.
so I'm very glad to get him because he's like one of two Rams players I have, and
Yeah.
one that's actually starting
Hmm.
on the team, and I have a lot of faith in Kyron Williams. So,
Yeah, he's looking good. Like I had Kyron Williams as when I was going for my flex position to fill,
mm-hmm.
and then whoever it was, like just I think it was Josh who was
Y-
just before me,
yeah,
and
probably.
then he got it. I'm like, I had it queued. I'm like, oh my god, he's still on the fucking board. Like,
Yeah,
let's go. And it was the same thing. Like, who else did you have? There was someone else that Scary Terry.
yeah.
I had him queued because I was like, how the fuck is he still on the board? Like,
I knew that he was gonna get drafted super late,
yeah,
and like this is the first time. I mean, last year I was dead last.
yep,
This year I was second to the first, like the fucking
yeah,
the number two
yeah.
pick. So that was fucking
Hmm.
amazing. And like even if I was the number one pick, I think I still would have picked Tyreek Hill
Yeah,
over Christian McCaffrey. Like
yeah,
here's the thing, I wouldn't have been mad if I gotten both, but I'm really glad I got fucking
yeah.
Tyreek.
And like for this year, my
Excuse me.
strategy coming into it, like I need to get running backs first because last year I was really hurting on running backs.
Yeah.
And so I went running back, quarterback, running back,
Yeah.
and then I went wide receiver, filled in that last running
I
back.
definitely wish I prioritized the QB a little bit better.
I always put QB up second or third round.
I did, I think, third or fourth.
Yeah, you did
He
your
was.
quarterback a bit late. I was kind of surprised. I'm like,
There are still some good like QBs on the
yeah,
board, and like I'm not mad at either one of them. Worst comes to worst, I can always trade because I
yeah,
have a lot of fucking trade
trade
potential.
potential. Yeah,
That I can try to get at least like a middle of the road
yeah,
quarterback. Either that or fucking somebody fucking like Jacoby Brissett
hmm,
pops off and has a fucking
yeah,
comeback of the year worthy
yeah,
season. I'm gonna try to just be first and fucking put him on the waiver line.
yeah.
Um,
And so, like so far, I'm having kind of like the same thing that you had last year, where I was towards the bottom of the draft, got a
yeah.
D minus draft like grading.
And that's what dude, I was fucking dead last. I have a D minus, and
Yeah,
I fucking went in on one of the things. So
yeah,
it's one of the things I tell people, like, don't fucking always go for what they say.
yeah.
Like, don't always listen to fucking the people they tell you to draft
I was
either.
really looking like at what team they're on too,
Hmm.
and I was like, are they number one receiver? Are they number two receiver?
Yeah.
Are they number two
And
that?
then even then, you kind of have to look like, all right, so who are they playing?
Yeah,
Because then that can come into it too. It's like, all
yeah,
right, fucking my my running back who's on the bench is playing this team that's fucking has the worst fucking rush defense
yeah,
in the league. Of course, I'm gonna fucking put this guy in
yeah,
over.
because he's gonna get tons of touches on the ball
Yeah,
because they're gonna be running the shit out of it.
yeah. So,
And like also with me, I always pick up at least one Steelers player
mm,
and one Iowa State player.
yeah.
And so I had David Montgomery
I
again.
really wanted to pick up Matt Stafford, but man, someone picked him up. I think it was Tom, and I was kind of bummed about it.
Yeah.
Not that I don't think I would have started, Matt Stafford, but
Yeah.
I would have liked to at least have him. I'm interested on how Anthony Richardson does. If he's a bust, then that will suck. But I'm hoping he does well. So
Um, there was someone on Miss Aliyah's team that,
that's Pat.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I wanted to pick them up as my backup, but he also was like just before or after me or
Hmm.
something like that. I'm trying to remember who it was.
Was it Brock Purdy?
No, it wasn't Brock Purdy.
Isaiah Likely?
No, Pitts. Kyle
Kyle
Pitts.
Pitts? Yeah.
Yes. So Kyle Pitts was still somehow on the board, like kind of late, and I was needing a backup tight end. And I'm like, ooh, this is interesting.
Hmm.
And so I had him queued up. I'm like sitting there, please, please, please. And then it picked him. I'm just like,
Dude, it always
no.
sucks too because you're looking and it's like this person like it would do the thing where it's like by the time you drafted, he
Yeah.
should be either like one or two
Yeah.
more. And then you'd see people pick not where they like where the
Yeah.
computer thinks they would. So your person gets like from like neck and neck to where you're supposed to draft to
Mhm.
like way up there, and you're like,
Please stop.
and then like people fucking go back, and
Yeah.
then it's like right before your turn, he's like second or third, and then fucking boom, he
Yep.
gets picked up, and you're like,
That's almost damn near exactly like I'm sitting there on the couch with my computer. We're all in the living room doing our draft, and I'm sitting there like I didn't want to say anything because I'm sitting there like I don't want anybody picking this guy up.
yeah,
And I did kind of what I did a couple of the other times, like when I saw you and Josh had also picked somebody. I'm like,
hmm,
all right, cool. Outside opinion, who between these two should I grab next? And you guys
yeah.
are like, huh.
I always hate giving that like
Yeah,
stuff like that where it's like, ah, man, I don't want to fucking tell him the wrong thing.
yeah. But also at
Um,
the same time, like I want to be selfish, but
no, it's not even that. It's like I don't want to be selfish. I just don't want to tell you the wrong thing. And you're looking at me like
yeah, I'm
Susan's
blaming you.
ruined
Yeah.
because yeah.
No, like if on that was like I'm sitting there like if I follow your advice, I'm
Hmm.
not gonna blame you because it's just like we both thought the same way on this like topic
Yeah,
where
and it's not
yeah,
like I'm over here like you need to draft him
yeah.
button
I'm not
press.
sitting here telling you what to
Yeah.
do and then doing it for you.
Um,
I'm interested to see how some of our newcomers do. They have some
I'm
pretty
excited,
solid
man. This is a
teams.
bigger league.
We
We went
jumped
from
up to
like
12.
8 to 12.
Yep.
Um, so yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. And I mean, for the most part, people know
Football this?
football
Yeah.
and like relatively like
Yeah.
I mean, I can't speak for
I'd say
so
Ryan is the only one who is not the
Greg.
most.
Has he done fantasy?
Yes.
So Greg's done fantasy. My buddy Bojan has done fantasy. Ryan, who's your friend,
Has
has
never done.
not done fantasy, but he said he was interested.
Yeah.
Which I mean, like, dude, you always got to start
Yeah.
somewhere. He does fantasy. He does a couple different leagues. He's done them for multiple
Yep.
years.
He's
Uh,
been with us from the start.
yeah, Sargent has done
Yep.
multiple fantasies. Noah did it last year, and he went to
Yep.
the
He's
championships
yep.
with me. Uh, Josh, um, Tom, you and me have always done it.
Yep.
Um,
Well, I
Diddy.
was kind of upset too because I was like,
Who the fuck is Diddy draft him? Oh, it's fucking Connor.
yeah.
He changed his name. Okay.
Um, I was a little bit upset the first season because that's when
One of
Damar
the
Hamlin got hurt.
Did you see that DeMar Hamlin is their starting safety?
Yes.
That is fucking
Stupid.
interesting.
Yes.
I don't want to say stupid. I'm very like
Really?
this guy's fucking only stat that I can think of is his fucking fumble or
Yeah.
something on a fake punt or
Yeah.
whatever the fuck he did.
Like the
Um,
one play he did when you're 4th and 13 and a fake
yeah.
punt. I'm like, okay.
And it's
Um,
like, why the fuck is DeMar Hamlin back there?
yeah.
Like,
But like, because it was for the game, it was the playoff game going for the Super Bowl.
mm,
And I was playing against
that
Tom,
was two. Yeah.
and I was literally only 5 points behind Tom.
Yeah.
And then Damar Hamlin had to die.
Who did you have Josh Allen
Josh
or
Allen and Stephon Diggs. It was
yeah.
almost a guaranteed win.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was a lock. Even
Yeah.
if Josh Allen threw 7 picks and 1 touchdown, it was a lock.
That one pick has to just I mean that one touchdown just has to go to
Yeah.
Stephon. Yeah.
It's just like it doesn't matter what happens. Like this
Mm-hmm.
is a lock win for me. But then Damar Hamlin dies in what the second quarter or the first quarter, and then I don't get any of the points. I'm just like, all right, that's fun. And then they just don't replay the game, and I'm just there like, so what does it mean for fantasy? And it was like an uproar for like football world because like a lot of people in fantasy were just like, this is playoff week, like first week of the playoffs, and this shit happens. What the fuck?
Yeah, man.
It's like, how do I get my points back? And like, I feel like if it was one of those ones that's ran not by like one of those apps or whatever,
Yeah, where it's like you and your
yeah,
buddies are doing it paper
yeah.
pencil,
And
which
like if you
dude,
take your predicted
that'd be
points,
in fucking insane.
yeah, like you'd have to like all get together as a group and decide like,
I don't know if I would go off of predicted points because those can that's I mean,
yeah,
when the fuck is your predicted points ever matched up
yes,
perfectly?
but
Like
when
I
have the
would
predicted points
maybe
never,
do like an average
yeah,
of like what he maybe did throughout the man, I don't even know.
yeah,
It's one of those things. It's hard to come up with something like that
yeah.
up on the spot.
And it's
So
just like that's probably something that
maybe
has
I
to
would
go
have
to a
looked at it and just
committee.
said like, well, if you would have needed 5 points, I would have
Yeah,
maybe just said, hey, like, hey, if you two tie, where do you guys sit
yeah,
there? How does that look?
hmm,
Does the tie make sense?
yeah.
I don't know, but
Well, there's one dude. It was a fucking barstool like uh co-host or whatever
yeah, one of their cronies.
that was in a fantasy league, and it was their
Mhm.
Super Bowl, and that shit happened. It was like the other
I
dude's
think I remember
team,
seeing the
yeah,
clips
the
on
other
it. Yeah, I
dude's
think we
team
played it
had
on
Josh
here.
Allen and Stephon,
Yeah,
and that happened. And he split the pot because it's just like I feel bad because you probably would have won
yeah.
if that not had happened.
Hmm.
And so it's just like, but I ended up
Which
winning. So
he
like,
definitely could have been like, no.
no. But yeah, it pissed me off because I was gonna go up against Nady Cakes,
Yeah.
and I had beaten him two times already in the season.
I'm kind of glad we got rid of people who didn't want to be there. Not
Yeah.
to say like they're bad and like I'm glad they're gone, but I'm glad that like I felt like we kind of
Yeah.
forced them to do it because we didn't have the people.
Mhm.
Now we have the people, and it feels good to just
Yeah. Have like the group.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
If Greg had Snapchat, it would be like, all right, cool. We got the goat Snapchat going on
yeah,
with the group chat and
is he
everything.
just not trusted, or is he just
He's married, kids. There's no need for Snapchat at that point.
I guess and
Yeah.
except for this moment,
Yeah.
just for this, um, college football or baseball?
Let's go into college football.
Okay,
So
I'm excited.
we were watching Iowa State. We were trying to watch.
We're trying to watch Nebraska, the fucking
So
Colorado, fucking Colorado, fucking Colorado, fucking wouldn't let us fucking watch the fucking game because fucking Penn State and fucking
West Virginia had to
West
have a rain delayed.
fucking rain delay and they stopped halfway through our quarter and
I love the calm.
yeah. Can you believe that was I had that bit playing in my head because like the chair's been
Yeah.
breaking, so I
I
was
was
just
sort of
like,
like, oh my God, what the
yeah,
fuck? But at first, I was like genuine surprise, and I saw it was already broken. I'm like, oh,
yeah,
thank God.
it was already broken, which I wanted it to just kind of crumble,
Yeah.
but the first thing that snapped was like basically all the fucking joints.
Yeah.
So, um,
I can't wait for Aaron's face when he walks in the
yes,
door. It's like, what the? It's like, we
but
talked about football.
yeah, um.
Things got a little bit heated. But yeah.
Anyway, we watched Iowa for the most part,
Yeah. We watched Iowa State for the most
and
part.
then we had Husker Radio going. So
But yeah, we had it set up on split TV, so we
had
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 we had the best of both worlds where I was able to watch my Cyclones. They were able to watch the Huskers. And we're chilling, having a good time. I'd split between the audio, like whenever it got to a Huskers commercial, go over to Iowa State. Iowa
mm,
State would go to commercial, come over to Nebraska. It was a good time. I was actually enjoying it. I'm like,
mm,
this is peace now. Because
mm.
before it was like everybody's like, no Iowa State at all.
Well, hold up. That's not
Not
true.
you.
That's not
But
true at all. Josh definitely was fuck Iowa State. I like to play into the joke
yeah,
of fuck Iowa State. I mean, we're going to a game this
yeah.
year. I genuinely have no fucking like
I
we're
know.
not in
Yeah,
their conference. We don't play them ever. I don't care.
yeah.
I wish them all the best in the Big Ten.
Big 12. You guys are in the Big 10.
I'm not. I'm used.
Yeah.
I'm not new. I'm sorry. I'm new to all this shit.
Yeah.
They fucking got rid of the Pac-12.
Yeah.
I'm lost. Um,
But so from what I saw in highlights afterwards, because I was genuinely curious at how the Huskers played, they looked pretty fucking
they
good.
looked really fucking good, and I love the fucking mentality that Matt Rule brought.
Yes.
Did you hear what Josh said? Where they came up with it's like if you turn over the ball, throw an interception, fumble, you're not playing another snap for the rest of the game. So if you remember, in either the first or the second quarter, the running back fumbled the ball at the goal line. He did not get back on the field for the rest of the game.
Jesus fuck.
And
That's
like
like the remember the Titans if you if you
you drop a ball, run a mile.
yep,
If you miss a blocking assignment, you're gonna run a mile.
run a mile.
And I think it's gonna give Matt Rule that respect of like, okay, he's about it.
Yeah.
Like, because some coaches just say shit.
Yeah.
Like,
But then actually following through on it.
yeah, especially when it's like the starting
Yeah, running back.
and
No,
he came here. And I think he's like a 4 or 5 star recruit or
yep.
something like that, and he came for Rayola.
Yeah.
And a fumble so early on in game one, and just like, nope. And the thing that's great about the Huskers is the first couple games, I think the first 3 games are all at home.
All at home.
And dude, I'm so hyped that we're gonna go to the
Yeah.
fucking Colorado game. I have a jersey. If you
Yep.
want to wear a Husker jersey,
Mhm.
I'm not gonna force you because I know they have their silly little
Yeah.
Cyhawk trophy
Yeah.
going on
Well, is it this weekend?
this weekend, I believe.
Are we still going?
I believe, yeah.
I thought you weren't going due to work stuff.
I'm still debating it. I'm still it's definitely one of those things that like I might work in the morning,
Mhm.
but it's a night game.
Okay.
So depending on what time we want to leave,
Okay.
but I think I should be good.
Okay.
So,
Well, I probably am not going to be drinking that much.
mhm.
Just be. Well,
I'm not gonna be. I'm probably gonna drink it because it's like 6 or something. So I'm
yeah.
probably gonna drink a lot at the beginning of the game, maybe
Mhm.
like 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
and then start tapering myself
Yeah.
off because I have a fucking busy ass day the
Yeah.
next day for my work. So.
I'm probably gonna keep it cool, just because when we were in Colorado, I went a little bit too hard.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Yeah.
and so I gotta
But
pinch my
I
pennies.
was talking to someone about it. I was talking to Dave at work about it, and I was like, the first night I give him a little bit of grace because it's like, oh, first day back in altitude in a
Yeah.
while. Let me just kind of
Yeah.
because even after I've like 3 like drinks, I don't even remember what the fuck they're called. Like we don't have them here, I don't believe.
The
What are they called? Like porch drinks or something?
yeah. So I didn't drink. I just had the couple glasses of whiskey the
Yeah,
first night.
and then you were like, well, I had
Yeah.
like 3 of the like canned cocktail things,
Yeah.
and I was like,
Whoa.
fuck's going on
I
here?
was genuinely surprised.
I don't know if you saw me, but I was like
Yeah.
looking at the can, like, wait, what's the alcohol percentage on this motherfucker? Oh, fucking.
Wow. Okay.
I will now that I will agree. Coors Light tastes way better in Colorado.
Yes.
I don't know what the fuck that's about.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It could just be the freshness. It's less time for travel.
Like you would think from like Colorado to Nebraska, that's only
Or
like
maybe like the receptacles they have it stored in at those
maybe
bars.
I have no idea, but we
But
were drinking a lot of bottles,
yeah.
and even the can one that you gave me at
Yeah.
Coors Field, I was like, "The fuck is this?"
Yeah.
Like, it actually has a decent flavor, as
Yeah.
opposed to here where it just kind of tastes like water.
Yeah.
So,
Um Trust me though, like after 4 years of living there, it gets very annoying only having like Coors
Coors,
Light be
yeah,
like the good beer to pick.
yeah.
And it's just
So,
like,
and like we talked about this too. I'm assuming it's a Colorado thing, which I would assume is kind of the correct way is to say
hers.
yeah, you say
Yeah.
Coors or Kurs,
Yeah.
like how you just
Yeah.
you go back and forth. But you would everyone else in the entire world says Coors,
Yeah.
and the commercials say Coors.
I don't know what it is. I definitely picked it up out there.
And I noticed because we were in line or something, and someone said it, and
Yeah.
I was like, it's not just him.
Yeah.
And it like I was like, because I was sitting there, I was like,
We'd be at bars here and I'll be like, "Can I get a Coors?" And
yeah.
they're like, "What? A Coors?" And I was like, "I'm
You're
don't
like
know how."
that thing, the gray thing with the mountain and the
Yeah.
fucking the river and
Give me a silver bullet.
the guy named Adolf.
Yeah.
Give me that.
Um yeah, it's definitely more of a Colorado thing.
Mm,
I didn't realize that I'm saying it different when I was like
yeah.
drinking in bars in
It was
the
one of those things that like I kept hearing you say it, and I was just like, it was one of the things I didn't want to like Actually,
Actually,
because like I don't
yeah,
like it because I say Fanta and
yeah,
everyone else says
Fanta,
Fanta.
yeah,
I say Fanta because it's a well, it was made by the Nazis,
yeah,
but it was made in Germany and it comes from like the word like fantasy,
yeah,
where in here we pronounce it fantasy.
yeah.
So
Okay, I
that's
get it.
yeah.
Yeah,
But I mean, like, yeah, to me, like, I don't know, it's things that like I've definitely seen it both ways. Where like, so the family friends I had,
mhm.
Eddie and his family, they all said
Fanta.
Fanta.
Oh, they say
Yeah.
Fanta.
And
Okay.
it's funny because we were at a restaurant and my mom said, "Yeah, can I just get like an orange Fanta or sorry, orange Fanta?" And the waitress like, "Do you mean Fanta?" And she's like, "Yeah, can I get a Fanta?" Like right back to her. I was like, "She's gonna spin your fucking drink, bitch." But
Like it's, I want to drink it,
yeah,
but yeah, I mean, because I went too hard in Denver,
yeah,
seeing
we
my
we
old army
left
friend.
we left him in Denver,
Yeah, and then
which was not like a fucking like
no,
fuck Matt.
because I had a plan on getting home, but then
Well, you had a plan, and it just kept getting delayed and delayed and
yeah,
delayed and delayed, which we'll talk about on the
yeah,
Bonzo
yeah, yeah.
Boys. But yeah, we did leave your ass in Denver.
It was one delay after another, and like one problem
It,
causing
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, it just turned into a shit show
But
from
Iowa
week 9.
State played
Iowa
North
State played.
Dakota State
No, they just played
University.
North Dakota. Yep.
Oops. I thought they played
No,
NDSU.
NDSU almost beat
Oh fuck, that's right. They almost beat
Colorado.
Colorado.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Sorry. That's
Um,
why it's fresh on my mind because
yeah.
fucking and that's it, dude. Fucking Deion Sanders fucking is saying the most respectful shit about the Huskers and fucking um Matt Rule.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, fuck you. I'm trying to get mad and trying to get in this like
Yeah.
fuck Colorado mindset.
Mhm.
But he's over here like, no man,
I get to now that they're in the Big 12 now.
yeah,
They're no longer in the Big 10
yeah.
or no, yeah, they were in the Big 10.
Mm.
But now they're playing against Iowa State. And I remember as a kid,
They're playing Iowa State.
yeah, this year.
When?
Uh,
That's crazy.
I don't know why I'm pulling it up on my phone, but um, I don't remember Big 12. Okay, maybe they're not. I was wrong. Speaking out of my ass. But they are on the Big
That's
12
what I
now.
was like. What the fuck? That's
But
crazy.
they are playing the Big 12. They're in the Big 12
It
again.
was North Dakota.
Um,
Yeah.
but I remember as a kid
Hmm.
watching Iowa State play against Nebraska,
Yes.
like
Yeah.
because they were also in the Big 12. Um,
So going into like the future, because you
yeah,
guys are playing Iowa this week, you guys like your
this is probably our
defense.
biggest fucking
Yeah,
challenge.
this is like the real start of the season.
Yes,
Like if you guys lose here, I think you guys can bounce back against Arkansas State.
we have bounced back after because we've lost to Iowa
But
many years in the past,
yeah, but then you got
and still have
Houston,
good seasons.
Baylor, and I
Yeah.
mean you guys are going home, away, home, away, home,
Yes.
away, home, away, home, away, home.
Yeah.
And I mean, the games you guys are playing at home, I would say are a little bit more on the easy side, except for when you look at Kansas State, Cincinnati, which we're
Yeah.
potentially going to that game, which I'm
Yep.
really excited for. Um,
And then UCF, that one,
Baylor,
I'm
but let's not go too far ahead. But for
yeah,
Iowa,
so
from watching the last game, the defense I'm not worried about.
yeah.
Oops, go on.
Okay. So yeah, like I'm not nervous about our defense because we played extremely well against North Dakota. Um, but our offense, like we played really well, and then in like the first half, and we kind of really didn't do much in the second half. I think we scored one touchdown. Um, so I'm a bit nervous to see if like maybe they can continue pulling it through, or like maybe they just were trying out different schemes on offense, just see how things work, testing new things out. Um, Not 100% certain. I mean, I'm obviously not in the coaching staff room or anything or the strategizing, but I'd feel like maybe that's something I'd be doing like on a tune-up week. Is just like trying out different things, especially when you have the lead. Like, let's just see how this play works. Let's just see how this.
Matt, you want another beer?
Yes, please. How this formation works. Oh, let's go curse. Um, but yeah, I'm interested to see. And whenever we play against Iowa, it's always a rough game to play because it's a constant in the trenches game all around. They've been consistently close every single season, especially with Matt Campbell.
Yeah. They
It,
said Matt Canada, and
I
I
was
was like,
about to,
what?
especially with Matt Campbell as their head coach. Like
Yeah.
he's consistently made it a close game every year
The
against
thing
Iowa.
I want to see more from your offense.
Me too.
Your offense was pretty fucking anemic.
Yeah.
Like they had three good, and that's what I was telling the guy at work that who's also huge. Like you guys had three good drives, and they all ended in touchdowns. But you guys had like it was just a lot of like,
Yeah. And so like I was sitting
and
there.
your defense played great, and I
Yeah.
hope they continue it.
And so what I'm theorizing is that maybe they were just doing it like with the tune-up week, trying out different schemes, trying out different strategies, how this might work,
Yeah, I
and
guess.
just like testing new things out
Especially,
to
I
see
mean,
what
you guys were
happens.
winning and
Yeah.
controlling the game. Welcome back, buddy.
You have a good walk, bud.
He's got his AirPods in.
Nah, yeah, he can't hear me.
Either that, he's ignoring us. Nothing.
Nothing.
You don't watch these anyway.
Yeah. He didn't even say anything about.
No, he did not.
I don't like sports.
Okay.
Okay. We weren't talking about that.
I know he doesn't watch anyway.
Well, okay, yeah, he did. Yeah, I did say
okay,
that, but
Nah.
and then you got. So my game's on at 2:30. So yeah, maybe I might still be a little bit toasted going down to Lincoln, but
I mean, you're not driving,
yeah,
so
I'll probably not really drink that much when we are down there, just to save on.
yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, keep my pockets a little bit heavier. But I'm very interested to see how the season goes because we did well last season,
Mm-hmm.
especially against teams we weren't supposed to play good against.
Did you guys have a lot of people either leave or NIL pickups
Not
or
really. No, we have.
what?
I didn't even click on anything.
I don't know.
I don't know either. But I just lost my train of thought with that.
Did very well last
Oh, we did
year.
very well last year. We still continue to have like the same players. We still have Jalen Knoll. We have Rocco Beck and Abu Sama the third.
Yeah.
Was our running back last year.
He got injured in the game
But then
last
he
week.
came back.
You came
Yeah,
back? Okay.
yeah. I think he just had a cramp or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, he was back in it because when we were driving down to Denver, he was back in the game running.
Gotcha. Okay.
But yeah, like we didn't lose any. Actually, no, there was one tight end that we ended up. He graduated. But yeah, I mean, Iowa State tight ends have always been a staple, so I was very surprised to not see them getting used last week. I'm just like, we've always continued to use our tight ends. They're like our guaranteed lock passes whenever we need a 5 yard. Like,
So fucking, we were talking about Iowa State, and they were talking. I think someone was talking about how like the commentator made a comment on. Oh, sorry, we were talking about Nebraska football.
Yeah.
And the commentator made. Oh no, excuse me, it was Dion. Dion made a comment about like when someone gets the ball, Nebraska's whole defense basically goes and tries to get that guy in the ball. And the guy who is a big fan of Iowa State was like, "Yeah, like that was invented by Iowa State." And I looked over, I was like, "I don't think that's correct."
I mean, we were doing it for a while. Like we started doing it a lot
Again, I don't think
2
you guys.
seasons ago.
I
We
don't
didn't
think.
invent it.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. I was like, I don't think that's correct. I'm
Yeah.
sure you can be like known for it, and I think
Yeah.
that's a good principle to have is to go after the guy with
Yeah.
the ball. But
I
I
mean,
can't
you'd think that'd
say
be
you would think that'd
number
be
one
pretty.
goal of on the defense.
Yeah,
But I think like what they're going after is like the whole swarming
and
deal.
and you can be like it's good to be known for that.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this
You're
team.
really good at swarming the ball
Yeah.
as soon as it leaves the quarterback's hands.
Yeah.
Or once it passes the line of scrimmage, it's just like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
Everybody drops down for it. It's no longer, I don't care about this dude who's on a streak.
Yeah,
I'm watching the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever this guy does. Yeah.
Yeah. Anywho, it's that came
It's
to my
also
mind.
like, so for me, watching college football and professional football.
Hmm.
It's weird, like for me seeing like there's a lot more zone defense in college.
Do, do you? I don't agree with the sentiment at all. Where people say college players try harder than NFL players. I don't. I don't understand that logic at all.
Yeah.
Like
I see more passion, but it's also like
even that, I don't fully. The thing I'll say is I see more like I don't want to say the word ignorance, but like lackadaisicalness when you're in
yeah.
the NFL.
Mhm.
Like you get kind of dumb on like
Yeah.
laws and fucking
Yeah.
you're getting arrested or fucking
Mhm.
domestic violence or
Yeah.
fucking any of that shit. You don't see a ton of that in college because they're kind
Yeah.
of busy doing college stuff
Mhm.
but like the whole thing about like, oh well, they're trying harder to get into the NFL. It's like, okay, but that's not every person's end all be all goal
Yeah.
in college football. Like a
Maybe they
lot of
just
them,
know I'm not gonna go pro.
yeah, they're like, this is just paying for my
Yeah.
college. I don't want. I want to be a doctor. That's what I'm
Yeah.
here to do in school.
I
Like,
just happen to be good at football.
yeah,
Yeah.
and they wanted to give me a scholarship, so I'm
Yeah.
fucking here, and I enjoy
Yeah.
playing football. I don't know that whole. I
So like
never.
what I've noticed too is just like it just seems like whenever there's a lot of drama and shit going on inside the locker room or like with the coaches, you'll
Mm.
notice it with the players like on the field. Like they won't fully go for a block and stuff like that. Like
Are we talking NFL or college or
NFL,
both? Okay.
NFL. With college, I haven't really seen that as much. Like yes, I
Mm.
have seen it, but it's not as much as I see it with the NFL. And it
And
could
that's
just
what I was getting
be
more of the lactic because like they know they're in a contract
yeah,
in the NFL opposed to like college where it's like, okay, yeah, scholarship
yeah,
revoked and you're off the fucking team.
yeah,
Like I'm not just carrying you
yeah.
around. Don't like with the new NIL deals, it's a little bit like that's where I have a huge problem with it is where fucking people are just bouncing around a fucking
Mhm.
like
Team
I,
to team to team.
yeah,
Yeah.
just
Next thing you know, they're a 9-year senior.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, good for you. Get that fucking
Yeah.
money. But
And like fuck who was it? There was the dude that was at Georgia, transferred to Iowa, got more money going to Iowa,
and then
and
he
then transferred
fucking
right back.
and didn't even play a fucking single game, but he
No.
kept the money, which is
Yeah.
like, why the fuck,
Yeah.
why is that a thing?
Yeah.
Like, I remember talking about that last year and fucking being fed up with
And
it.
it's just
But
like there some of the NIL deals, like I get it, like
I
because
like the one that Iowa does for Eat More Bacon.
yeah,
Solid.
yeah. It's solid fucking NIL deal.
Definitely a fucking package deal. If one of those
Yeah.
homies bounces out, then it's like, all right, well,
Yeah.
fucking, I can't
They're
have Eat More
yeah.
or. I mean, you can do more bacon or eat bacon, but
Yeah.
bacon is definitely the fucking you
Yeah.
know.
You can not get away. There is one dude with ham.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Um Dude, I've been hitting everybody with the button today a lot.
Well,
Yeah.
you're not, we haven't been doing this, so I'm not fresh.
Yeah, me neither. And I'm also tired from work
Mm.
bullshit too.
I also sprung this on you like an hour ago. Like, hey, we
No,
haven't
and
done this
like
in a
I was
while.
sitting here like we should probably do one with football coming up.
Yeah,
And I was just like I wasn't sure with you how much energy you had with your work stuff going on
I
this
will
weekend.
always just try to find
Yeah.
shit.
There's like I also understand like if you just don't have the energy, which has been like a
Yeah,
thing for me. Um
I gotta find
I'm
the
not gonna
energy.
force it onto you.
Yeah, I got
Um
no problem. This is like a side hobby
yeah.
passion project. This isn't like we're getting paid or anything.
Yeah.
We put very little effort into this. Um,
Okay, so let's go into the game we watched then.
yeah,
On Saturday.
yeah.
So it was the Oilers at the Rockies.
You keep saying that.
Orioles,
It's
Orioles.
not the Oilers. They're very different. He said it like 8 times.
My
And
bad.
you know what's funny? You're not even the only one. Like David
Yeah,
was like, "Oh, Baltimore? Yeah, you went to go study the Oilers." I was like, "Why is everyone saying that?"
because autism.
I guess they're orange and they
Yeah,
have an O, but like, I don't know. I get it in college because
yeah,
college is like a million fucking Bulldogs
yeah.
and fucking
Orioles,
yeah,
Baltimore. Okay, so
Baltimore Orioles. Yeah.
we went out to Denver,
Yep.
watched the Rockies game.
Yep.
It was a great one. I honestly enjoyed it a lot.
Enjoy the game a
Yeah,
lot. The fans, your guys' fans suck so much energy out of a fucking game. The
yes,
fucking kids you were talking to annoyed the fucking dog
dude,
piss out of me.
yes.
Why are you talking to them?
Because found it funny fucking with them.
they loved you. And then
Yeah.
they thought, like, me talking to you and you talking to them, they thought they had the right to talk to me. And I literally just like, I'm not even looking at you, kid. Like, I'm not fucking talking to you. You are not in my fucking
Told him to do
sphere.
steroids.
I heard you, yeah.
I was like, just do trend.
There's that. There's the fucking frat bros in front of us talking about just fantasy football the entire time, who just spouting out nonsense. Like, someone said, like, they're gonna trade Saquon for fucking Justin Taylor or Jonathan Taylor, and I was like, fucking why?
I remember you looked at me, you were like,
And I was just like, and it was like, oh, it's a fair trade as a running back for a running back. It's like that's
no,
not exactly how
no.
fucking like that's not just how. Well, yeah, it's same position
Yeah,
player.
same position.
But like one of their friends made a good comment, like, well, like if you're having an offensive drive, most likely or not, you're either gonna get a patching touchdown, a rushing touchdown from either one of the guys. So
Yeah.
why get rid of one or the
Yeah.
other?
And it's just like, and you have Saquon.
That there's these fucking two little girls who like that was another thing that fucking came into my mind is there's these two fucking little girls and like their parents sat in a row and they kept like looking over at them, but the two girls were able to just run around and just sit in any empty fucking chair.
Yeah.
And I kept seeing them go like get fucking moved because someone went to go get like an ice cream or something, came back down, and or they'd get a fucking Rocky dog or whatever the fuck they're called, which I can't remember if it was you or somebody else was like, yeah, what do you think of it? I was like, it's a fucking just long hot dog.
Yeah.
There's literally nothing revolutionary about it.
You were orgasmic about hot dogs during our 999.
Yeah.
Now, if you'd starved yourself and then saw that
that
hot
it
dog,
took you guys like a fucking like 10 times to just get one single lap of the fucking wave going.
yeah,
That was fucking just awful to watch. It was like, here it comes. Oh, and it died. And we weren't even that far
Yeah.
from when it started.
and there would be like when they started in our section, we're like, woo!
And then the fucking kids, why aren't you doing it? Because like you guys were all like, why aren't you doing it? I was like, fuck, no, I'm not going to support this fucking poverty ass franchise. Which they won. It was a really good game.
It was a good game. I agree with you. Like the fans was not it. Like I could do it if we were just in the stadium by ourselves.
Yeah, which was crazy too. Because I remember like looking around, going like, the stadium's pretty fucking packed for like a like. Can you pull up their standings, their record right now?
Gotta find this poverty ass team.
Bottom right, second to the top.
So they are dead last. 52 and 89.
And of course, the one game that we watched them, they won. The rest of the games, what is going on with the fucking?
I have no idea.
That's a fake thing. Yeah, hit exit this page. Because yeah, whatever you clicked on, that wasn't the real Cox. Like,
I didn't click on anything that.
That's what I'm saying. It was like a weird, like it's a pop up thing. So computer don't have a bug. I haven't watched any like extremely
egregious porns.
Yeah. That was one
Matt's
that
Happy Times videos.
I don't watch it on the computer. But I was glad that we were back in Colorado because Nebraska, has that website blocked. But so yeah, they won 7-5, and then they have proceeded to lose the next 3 games. 1-1, and then now they play tomorrow against. But yeah, dead last. They had a nice little theme night. It was Batman theme night.
There was one dude that was huge, dressed up as Bane. Yeah,
but he had like a little, like he had a clique with him. There was like Poison Ivy, they had a Supergirl, they had a Riddler.
They didn't have Batman, which.
Well, no, the Triceratops was Batman, idiot. Gosh. So like Coors Stadium itself, beautiful. Amazing.
Yeah.
The huge scoreboard that is like the entire thing is the whole replay thing, and it's not like a thing where it's like the cutout of like ads and like the whole thing is the scoreboard, which is awesome. I loved in between the games it would show the Rocky Mountains. That was really cool. The mile high sea barrier, like all that shit was so cool. And like I love the little details. They wore the City Connects, and I really like their City Connects this year. But yeah, the fans just fucking sucked the joy right out of my body.
Tickets are so cheap. That it's just like a lot of people are doing it like, oh, it's a Friday night, it's a Saturday night.
Yeah,
What do
and
we go do?
the
Oh, let's go catch a
bars
Rockies
are like
game.
right
Yeah.
there too afterwards. They have a pretty good baseball village. Hey kiddo, what are you doing? No, not that stuff. That's daddy's. Good girl.
I had a great time though at the game.
I did too.
Yeah. I actually finally got a recorded last pitch of the game strike.
Yeah.
I have tried so many times in the
I was
past.
getting, I was getting nervous for them because like
They had a guy
two
on
on, first and third, 2 outs, which I think
No, it
they
was still
2 outs.
well, like before that though.
Before that, I think it was 1 out.
Yeah, it was
And
1 out,
then
and then he got two strike.
was it a strikeout?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
had 2 strikeouts in a row.
Yeah.
The first one was ground outs or
No, I think he struck out the first guy, and then there was a walk, and then a single to make it first and third.
Yep. Play by play.
Yeah, there you go.
No, where's the ninth?
Right at the bottom. Hey, whoa. Hey, bro. All right. So top 9. Oh, so he was walked. So
Walked
there's a
one,
walk,
struck out swinging,
struck
struck
out
out swinging,
hit by
a
pitch. I think
struck out swinging.
there's a wild,
There was a wild throw.
and yeah, and that's how they got first and third. So, but yeah, okay. So wrong order, but he did strike out the side. So
Yeah. He got all 3 strikeouts. And like
Yeah.
we were looking at his ERA and it was like a 6 point
we were
something.
sitting there like, this guy's cooked.
It
Like,
was like
I think he was like 5-1.
Yeah.
But
No,
like, and he
yeah.
had like,
No, he was 1-5.
oh, sorry, yeah.
He only
We're
had
in-
1 like win, 5 losses. It was like, oh my god, you
Yeah.
picked him.
Yeah. They're like,
It was like, did everybody else just stay home
no one
tonight?
else is available. Like, did you guys get this guy off the stands? Like, who was this guy?
Who is this? And he also like slow as shit for a closer. 92 was probably like his fastest.
Yeah, I think he had like a slider that was a 96, which I mean that's
Yeah.
pretty good for a slider.
But like I was just like, he was not pitching fast for a closer.
No.
Because like typically when you expect a closer, it's like 98
Yeah.
minimum.
Well, did you see the one? Who the fuck was it? There's someone that just broke the record. He was a rookie closer and he threw 106 miles per hour. Yeah,
106?
106. I thought I sent it to you, but I guess I didn't. But yeah, 106 miles per hour. New
Holy
world
shit.
record for fucking, or new MLB record
Yeah.
for fastest pitch. So
That is wild.
yeah,
106.
yeah.
Holy shit. Okay, so before we get closing out, anything with UFC that's been
Yeah, there's I mean there's so much dumb shit they report on each week. They're talking about I mean there's so many different fucking storylines that can go.
well, it's like there any good fights coming up?
Yes. So this weekend they have a really good it's Gilbert Burns versus Sean Brady, which that's pretty big for that one right there. So that's pretty big for their division. I mean, it's not a fucking title shot, but it's definitely like one step closer to a title shot. I mean, if I had a wager guess, I'm gonna say Gilbert Burns because Gilbert Burns, man, he took a lot of time off after that fucking really brutal knockout that he suffered from Jack Della Maddalena. So I'm really interested to see him back in action. Jessica Andrade.
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 Really? I think it is Andrade.
No,
Okay.
definitely not. Jessica Andrade. Yeah. Her name it has like accents on it, but they don't show it on here.
There's like everybody I know that has a name spelled like that is Andrade.
Yeah, no. Jessica Andrade. Versus Natalie Silva. I mean, Jessica Andrade has been around for fucking ever. That guy Trevor Peak. The fucking last time I watched him fight, he can't throw like a clean strike. He literally throws like standing hammer fist. He's literally like this, and he knocked the fucking guy out. So he's one of these like he's Jules, go away. Stop chewing on the wood.
Hey there, Jules. Hey there.
Anyway, yeah, this is a good fun fight card
Yeah.
that's free on ESPN Plus, not an ad. So especially as we get closer, because after this week we go into UFC Noche, which is Spanish for night, which
Yeah.
a lot of people are like, it just means yes, UFC night, and it's for the spear, which
Yeah.
I don't know if I really want to pay money to watch a pay-per-view for it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like the whole spear thing. I like. You've heard about the Las Vegas Sphere, right?
No.
You haven't heard about the Las
Oh, the
Vegas
Las
Sphere?
Vegas Sphere? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
That's like the big like thing with it. You want to pull up next because they have a good card for it next week, and this is a good card too. This is a nice like fun one, especially if you just kind of like threw it on in the background and like have people over and just talk bullshit and whatnot. Hey, Aaron, what does Jules have?
Oh, you got Sean O'Malley?
Yeah. So Sean O'Malley's supposed to fight Marab. Actually, how do you say the last name?
I want to feel like
the door from Monsters Inc.
Is it the last piece of the door?
Oh, that was a rocking chair. Thank God.
that would have been so much funnier.
I'm gonna clean it up, but yeah.
Um,
doing a great job.
Yeah.
What happened?
I feel like
I don't know. I just came around the corner and I just found it like this.
Come on, Cam.
Yeah, you're on cam.
No.
If Matt learns how to edit, it's just gonna be a clip of like what actually happened, what right when you said it. So Marab has had a rough training camp. It looks
Yeah.
like
is
he had
is
a
the D silent?
no.
It's not the Valashi.
You're close.
Oh,
Devalish Vili.
the
Yeah,
Valashvili. Okay.
Marab Devalishvili. It's definitely a hard one to
Yeah.
get. Um, but Marab has had a fucking hell of a fucking training camp. Um, he got a really bad cut a couple weeks out. I think it was like 3 weeks out from the fight that he had to get stitched up, and
Mhm.
now they think he has staph infection. For those who don't know, with staph infections, you usually have to take antibiotics. Matt, my medical expert, will tell people what happens when their body happens to do whenever you take uh,
Too many antibiotics.
just antibiotics in general.
I'm fucking blanking on
It
it.
makes so your body and they have to fight off. So your body's a little weaker and it's a little
Oh yeah,
sluggish.
fucking. I'm stupid.
No,
I'm
you're not.
blanking.
You're just not drunk enough.
That's what
So
it is.
a lot of
I need to drink
people,
more beer.
you do need to drink more, 1 million beers.
1 million beers.
So a lot of people are kind of like, "Hey, would you stop? Go away.
Problem is, whenever
Go.
I drink 1 million beers,
Go."
I think I have $1 million.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot of beer here. It's
Yeah.
free. Alexa Grasso and Valentina Shevchenko are the co-main. They've been. I think oof. Is this a trilogy fight or so fucking? She beat her, and then did they have a draw?
We can draw pictures.
I can't remember. This is definitely like a rematch between the
Yeah.
two of them. They had a whole season of tough. So you don't have to go to your crate, you goose. Just stop eating the wood, please. Okay, good girl. Way to go. Um, so Valentina's chasing a fucking a finish from
Yeah.
this fight. Alexa Grasso is fucking no fucking slouch though. So um Ryan Ortega versus Diego Lopez. This fight was supposed to happen a couple months ago,
Yeah.
but he got
Didn't
like
someone
the
got sick?
flu. Yeah, Brian Ortega got like the flu or he got food poisoning or something.
Yeah.
So Pedro Munoz, I believe, stepped up on short notice, like less than 12 hours
Was that
notice to
the
fight.
one when we went to go do B-dubs?
I don't think it was B-Dubs. I thought it was that Joe's. Maybe it was that B-Dubs.
I
I don't
think it was
remember.
B-dubs. Yeah.
Probably. But yeah, he went and fought Diego Lopez on like fucking
Yeah, and
crazy
he ended up
short notice.
losing, but like,
Yeah,
yeah,
but it's still like it was a competitive fight, it was
yeah.
a fun fight. Um so oh,
Oh, I'm hitting buttons.
anyway, this is definitely A great card.
Yeah.
They're Dana is saying it's the greatest fight card ever produced.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I don't know if I'll go that
I
far.
thought 300 was.
300 was pretty fucking
Yeah.
solid. So I don't know. I'm excited for both cards this weekend and the next weekend. I'm not excited for these. These have zero taste, but they're really low in calories. 36 of these motherfuckers. Like, look how small this thing is, and it's like fucking styrofoam. 36 of them is 140 calories. So I tried these. I tried them for the first time.
Yeah.
Probably not again, but anywho, so there's a lot of other fucking fight news going around. Jorge Masvidal is back in the UFC, and they're trying to figure out what fight he wants to do. I would say give that guy fucking just fun fights. He's definitely not ready for a title. And names getting thrown around like Nick Diaz. I don't really like to see him fight Nick Diaz because Nick Diaz, I mean, he couldn't even fucking do a full fight with he literally sat down and kind of quit the fight that he did with Robbie Lawler. So I put out the suggestion of like fucking Jorge Masvidal versus Steve Wonderboy Thompson. Those are both fucking just guys who just want to scrap.
Mm-hmm.
So why not fucking put those two together? So either that or no, he probably wouldn't fight Colby again because that was a fucking See, and then look, it's not
I didn't even click on anything.
just exit out. Don't click OK. So definitely something weird going on with the computer and such.
I've been watching porn on your computer.
I mean that's fine.
I've been going to.
Can you at least like clear the dude? I'm even gonna fucking get into that website. Great weekend for fucking
for sports, and then this weekend, like it's the beginning weekend of heavy sports all the way around. There's baseball, there's fucking UFC,
yeah.
There's college football week 2, NFL week 1.
I know the NBA is like kind of still going, right?
No, they're in their G League right now.
What the fuck is G
League? Like
League?
G League, Summer League stuff. It's like their minor league stuff.
Oh,
yeah. They haven't actually started their actual season. They don't start until November or late October or something like that. They might be starting to get in preseason here soon, but yeah, they haven't started up just yet.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, fucking.
But yeah, I mean, I'm excited for this big week of sports.
Yeah. If anyone is watching out there, and if you have a good idea for our end of year bet that we do between different, our different results in each football week, put a comment out there. Matt's gonna get a tattoo for losing last year. And we'll think of something this year. I don't know.
And like, we could just continue to do the tattoo, but we add on like tallies to it, and just like
we could, kind of like how like I guess like a championship would, where it's like, oh, they won the World Series in 1996, 1997.
Yep. And then we could just do that. So you'd have 2024 and 2020, like if you were to win this year, 2025.
Yeah.
But then if I win, it's you get it and then have 2025 underneath.
And
then from there on out, we just continue going on with it.
Man.
Imagine if we do this for like the
and
rest of our lives.
You keep losing.
It's just
a fucking. It's a. And people are like, "What the fuck is that?" And you're like, "Free marketing." That's what the fuck that is.
Like, this is my podcast. We still only have 12 viewers.
But fuck it, like
I've been doing it since
2022.
All right, so thank you guys for joining the MattCast podcast once again. Make sure do the like and subscribe deal. I feel so cringe whenever I say that.
That's why I let you say it.
Yeah, I know.
Say it.
And it's just like I see you cringe for me.
Yeah,
and I'm sitting there like I'm trying to keep that.
You're way more professional with it, so I think you just have to like bite the bullet and just like
like and subscribe. Whoa.
Wow.
All right, guys. Bye.